5.
Bitzer says we're back.
I can see that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were looking or not. Sorry.
Okay, so click. Here we go. No, not one mic mute. I haven't muted my mic.
He's carrying over, or Z's carrying over from last night.
Yes, we had several mic mutes last night. So
No.
no.
I remember one during number 19.
Yeah, one. Julie just said several.
Question is, can everyone hear us okay?
Improvements. I don't know. Probably help if we could talk. If we talk, then people would understand.
Yeah, instead of just kind of sitting here.
Yeah.
Julie making faces.
Look, that's how I can tell if I'm
Yeah,
frozen.
fair. Got to do it somehow, right?
Hey, look, I got accused of being frozen last night, and all I was doing was sitting really still with the cat.
Yeah. I mean, it's not unheard of for you to freeze. So,
Oh yeah, not unheard of at all, but it's still the no. I'm right here.
Okay, so they
okay.
hear voices. There's still a lot of lag.
Yeah, it's.
Hey, they want to say Sarah. I'm like, hi, how are you?
So, does everyone had a good holiday? If you sell or time with your family or whatever you've been doing.
All right.
Good. Glad to hear that. Just okay, Trisha? So what are you going to do with all your free timings? Woke up at noon and had some tea. That sounds pleasant. I should go make myself some tea.
I have figured out I am behind on the tea game because everybody. I didn't realize. Okay, this might be just a me thing or a southern thing or something like that. I didn't realize people drank tea that wasn't sweet,
Yeah.
that wasn't like British, until I met Izzy and I watched Izzy make tea. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm making a cup of tea. You mean a glass of tea? No, I mean a cup of tea. There was a whole banter back and forth for like 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then Izzy was like explaining the tea company and everything like that. And I just went, you don't get it in just a bag? Great if Pop me, she would have. Yes. Because Izzy was getting so hyped about, being able to get the tea um that she pre-ordered. I think it was and we come back and Izzy's got all our tea going. I want to say it was the lunar tea. You were like pre-ordering it or something like that for the lunar new year when we had that discussion. we're
Uh,
talking about we're talking about Izzy and the tea.
yeah,
Right back up.
that totally booted me. I don't know if you were still talking during all of that.
Talking and I'm like, Twitch doesn't like my tea stream.
Yeah, tea doesn't like the fact that you didn't know that the British drink tea.
Well, I thought only British people drank hot tea, or when you're sick, you drink hot tea. But I didn't realize that people actually drink tea on a regular basis, like actual, like pinky up tea.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Now we gone and done it. Chased Izzy off.
yeah. Now she just wanted to put it back in. It's fine.
It's literally like right next to her. Well, no, it's in her kitchen. That's
Yeah,
right.
the little. Not
I
my
have to remember
right
where
beside
things
the
are. Her little tea nook.
Aussie's just
Yes, Aussie's
yeah, yeah.
favorite.
Like I said, I am willing to admit that I was ignorant of said fact, but I would. He was like, "I'm going to make a cup of tea," and I'm sitting there like, "You mean a glass of tea?" And she's like, "Oh, a cup of tea," and I'm like, "Yeah, it was a who's on first, what's on second." It was a very Abbott Costello moment. No, we are not scolding the computer to make it work. And there's
And she comes back with more tea. I think Izzy's trying to make a point.
this is making a sense. A very pointed thing.
Yes, we know you love tea, Izzy.
Book related.
Oh yeah, and she does have the book related piece. Yes.
Yes.
You see us all
Halloween
right there.
party. Halloween party.
Yeah.
Murder on the Orient Express. And Death on the Nile. It's the Agatha Christie collection. The problem is that my children like it too. And that's just 99% of the teas I have by one company. We're not even going to talk about Celestial Seasonings, Twinings.
Yeah, you should see the lovely way Documenter has hers arranged because she put a picture in Feed Me
Oh.
of all her teas, and she's like, "Do I win?" And I'm sitting there like, "I don't know if you win, but I think you're a dead second."
I'll have to go take a look because on top of that, we've got tons of diffusers. We've got tea mugs that actually have diffusers that fit in them. We have, I don't know how many tea kettles. Even have a cast iron little ceremonial teapot. Like, yes, I saw Will's ankles and legs in an outfit, and I went, "Yep, yep, that's my kid." That was I was like, "Is that my kid?" I don't like kind of got the right name, but is that my kid? Because I didn't know about the name change yet, and I was like, "Is that my kid?" I don't know. But then I saw the ankles and the legs. I was like, "Yep, yep, those are my legs. That's my kid." And then I was very, very happy when moved in with more tea. I was like, "Yep, my kid." Totally
He
unadulteratedly
definitely is a child.
my kid, my clone. Okay. So, I mean, I will say this, my favorite tea of all time that actually really got me into tea was Bigelow Constant Comment. Or black orange pekoe tea. Mm, chef's kiss. A wee bit of sugar uh if you're feeling fancy, but I like it just the way it is. Um what I don't what I don't cotton to is milk. But yeah, this one is very, very good. True Blue Oolong, and it smells like blueberries and and something tart, almost like raspberries. Oh, milk, milk, no, doc, no, no.
I
Then
think it
again, in
depends on the type of tea for me.
constant comment, she said specifically constant comment, which was the one that
Oh,
um I can't. But then again, I like uh, a a different. So okay, we are now working okay, and it's not the greatest. However, in order to get to this point, I had to not be running the spinner and not put it on the stream. So,
why don't we just get a physical spinner and send it to Julie? And then she'll have a physical spinner she can spin.
that'd be fun. Yeah, no milk with fruity teas. Correct. Star, I swear to God. I swear to God. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to just go and live outside? Because, ma'am, I am sick to death of you destroying curtains and bedding and carpets. Just chill. Don't even. I see you hiding behind the curtain. It's a pale white curtain. You don't think I can't see your black and gold ass?
No, she doesn't think you can see her.
I literally can see your beady little eye.
I shouldn't be laughing. It's like with a child.
Here, you lovely baby
And
girl.
cats are like toddlers.
White,
Do you want
whiteboard,
to say
chalkboard, something like that that she can like write and erase. Yeah.
you want to see your adoring public? Oh no, you're like fuck that. Okay, okay, but
Here's my
hold on, hold on.
sweetheart.
There's Aunt Julie.
Uh,
There's Aunt Julie and Aunt Cash
I see
Hi,
you.
Star. Hi, Star.
and
Hi,
your
sweetie.
adoring public.
Oh, look at that pretty face.
Huh?
Hmm.
Look at that pretty face.
Oh,
Oh,
do you have something to say?
snuggles.
No, you want to sniff my ear. That is no, not going to happen. Because your nose is wet and cold. Okay, baby. See, I love you. I love you. But can we leave my brand spanking new curtains alone, please? And thank you. Okay. Or that's my shoulder.
Well, first off tonight, but before anything happens, we do have to roll for the prop because we forgot to do that
We
last night before we rolled out.
I think we were just so like whatever. Why don't we wait till the end of the night?
because I said we were doing it right away.
Yeah, that way it's already done and while we're
so Bitzer can get their lead on everyone else.
yeah. First,
Okay, I have the document up. So let's go.
okay. Spinny, spin, spin. Oh wow, high numbers. 105.
105. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. Oh, God. Oh, God. Concept. A magical rain brings dormant objects to life.
Okay,
Magical rain brings dormant objects to life.
Rain or ring?
Rain.
Rain.
that one's interesting.
And my brain goes right to Chad and the faux pas. Okay, next.
116.
Starting first line 116. In all my years, I had never seen a room as empty as the one I was standing in now.
And lastly, dialogue.
In all
Okay, go ahead.
in all my years, I had never seen a room as empty as the one I was standing in now. Don't forget, can change the verbiage. Just a jumping point. All right. Ready, Freddy?
54. Go ahead.
Submitted by Julie. Use this dialogue. What's in that bag and why are you hiding it here?
Oh, I remember when I got that one. Oh,
Use this dialogue submitted by our fearless leader. What's in that bag and why are you hiding it here?
all right, pulls up.
Did we get Fast Draw McGraw? There we go. So just in case there was any kind of lag and you missed it, it is in the chat.
I am very torn between concept and dialogue.
I do concept. It's going to be naughty as hell.
Doesn't stop 19.
Let's see. Uh,
I don't know. I'll go with that one.
mm,
Oh, I swear, my phone does not stop.
All right, well, you got time to vote now.
Oh, I gotta hurry up and get into it.
Ah. Okay. No, okay. We're just going with it.
Damn, it's getting close up there. Dialogue is just barely holding on. We got 7 votes and 10 in the chat, so
I'm scared. Scared.
11 in the chat.
I'm thinking that given the holiday, there may just be people who have us on the background.
Yeah.
We have 8 votes. 2 for concept, 2 for starting line, and 4 for dialogue so far.
Dialogue's pulling ahead, but not by much. 12. Come on, people. If you're in here, please vote. Doesn't matter if you're writing for it or not. Just vote.
And Bitzer, it's going to say a higher number because I have this on 2 things. I have it 1 so I can vote, and 2 so I have it on the background.
And I also have mine going just to watch and see how it's going too.
Yeah, I've got.
I don't know if that would be.
I'm on the phone and I've got one on the computer. But that's so I can do my thing of watching back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So I wonder how many views that's giving us.
Well, not a whole lot because it only counts as once per screening.
Mm-hmm.
We can be watching it in 12
Oh, so
different
even
places.
if you're,
Than just 1%.
but it still counts as only one. Okay, good. That's good to know.
Dialogue 1.
Okay. So, what the hell? Yes, are you okay?
He's kind of ticked because sounds like something didn't go right with his vote.
I voted for concept and it adds my vote to dialogue. So, I mean, I understand. No, it shouldn't have been a tie. This week's writing prompt is this dialogue. What's in that bag and why are you hiding it here? Submitted by me, the fearless leader. Submitted way back when. And by way back when, I think it was last year. No, I think that was Death just having a moment. Definitely having a moment.
I think we all get frustrated.
We do. And that is very frustrating, Death. I think there was one time that I can't remember if it was Patrick or Cash that they went to go vote for one thing and the fucking thing ended out. No, it was Patrick. Patrick jumped in long enough to vote, and it was, and it literally within seconds ended. It didn't even count Patrick's vote. So
Hmm.
and that was like months ago, but yeah, we've had issues. It's fine. It'll be fine. The world's on fire, but it was on fire yesterday, so it's fine. Izzy taught me a new word on what to say with that, but I can't remember exactly how to say it. So
Whenever she pops back up,
yeah,
maybe she can say it.
and I promised everybody the ah yeah, that right there,
Guanchana.
Quintana.
Guanchana.
I need to figure out a way to do that, but
Parted Canada. Went through British Columbia, went to Vancouver, went through customs, hit Indianapolis, arrived in Fort Wayne, and now it's at my post office, and it's gonna be here tomorrow.
What are we excited about? It's got to be a Stray Kids thing.
It is
His
not.
reaction.
It is not.
Really? I'm
It is
shocked.
not. But it is
I
horse
am shocked.
related. Horse
is
related.
what related?
Horse.
I'm confused how horses and Stray Kids have anything to do with each other.
Don't, other than there was a music video where Chan was wearing a fluffy, furry white coat with no shirt and was sitting on the back of a horse while everybody else was on motorcycles and driving cars. And anyway, we're just gonna move right on.
Yeah, let's just move on.
We need to know who our first submission victim is tonight.
Okay, hold on one moment.
Of course, now here's the other thing. Apparently, our stream has glitched out. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. The prompt is in the chat. And I just got the notification. Oh, sorry. You don't need to see my background, my lock screen.
We know it's a Stray Kid. Like
Yep, video is slideshow.
Statistically, it's probably Felix.
No.
It's not, and it hasn't been Felix
Oh.
for some weeks.
Okay, I thought that she'd been quiet about Felix.
No, she's on a Han kick right now.
I see.
Don't ask how I know that either. Just know that I know.
She told you more than likely.
I'm inadvertently dragging Julie down the hole with me to the point where a friend of hers went, "Oh, you gotta, this is something new I found," and blah, blah, blah. And then Julie's like, "Yeah, yeah, I already know. I already know about them. No, you can't possibly know. Trust me, I already know."
Says got sound but slideshow on video.
Yep. I read that out a little
That's what it is,
ago.
right?
Yep. So
Yeah, my friend sent me one of the videos, and Izzy had already sent it to me, and I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, I know all about Stray Kids 3. And they're like, no, you don't. You can't. No, I already know about Stray Kids. I've known about Stray Kids since January. Like, this is nothing new. Please move on. I know, but you're really
please move
right.
on. I can only handle one person sending me this shit. Don't add yourself to it. That's what it is. Yes. Move on, because I can only handle it from Izzy, and Izzy is gonna not stop. You stop. Izzy won't.
Well, the whole thing is it wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't a video that you sent me like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I already seen it, and they're like, no, you couldn't put. I've already seen it.
Was it Megaverse?
No, it was the other one.
Streetlights?
Yeah,
Damn. They're reaching into the back.
yeah, it was like, and then I sent them the crew where they've got the like the leather and stuff on, and I'm like, no, pretty much like this one, and they're like, where did you find that? Well, I was looking for a picture, and that led me to the song, and that's how I ended up here. Enjoy.
Ad starts in 2 minutes.
Minute 45, but yeah. Amy Bazoozle. Patrick, real quick, well, before we get started and find out who the next victim, mission is, are you getting moved by any of these submissions? The challenge this month is to make you feel. So are you feeling?
A little bit. Not. There's one that got me to like, whew,
There's more tonight.
Mr. 19.
Yep. Last night we had, let's go over who we went through last night. Unfortunately, we do not have video with sound of it, but we do have video of last night where we were in the Discord stage area. So last night we read out number 19, Documancer, Wilhelm F. Ruffy, and Mr. PA Power, Birthday Boy.
Tonight we still have Ace, Cash, CM Weller, Sticks, and Trisha Jones.
Yes. So let me get back up to the inbox. Here we go. Okay. Ad starts in
11 seconds.
11 seconds.
Do you want me to do the wheel, or are you doing the wheel, or?
Since I'm having so much lag issue and I don't even have
I will go
YouTube
ahead and
up.
do the wheel.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. I was just wondering what I'm pulling.
Yep. Yeah. Patrick was feeling some things with number 19 last night.
Oh God, yes. And I really wish I could have gotten all the way through 19 without having to run in and out.
Yeah, it could be a Mrs. 19.
But that's the great thing about having access to the inbox. is yes, 6, you missed 19. Um, but that's the great thing about having access to the inbox. If I actually want to go back and reread anything that I've missed, I can just go back in there and reread it.
Right. Right.
I,
Now, I do know, though, that since we do have soundless video, there may be some shorts of, reactions that make their way onto the internet, and we'll have to put some kind of non-copyright sound behind it and just let it just let it be the physical antics because,
I mean, we could just throw it over on the TT and with, with the with the expressions like we used to. So I mean, like it's not that big of a deal. All right, let's see who our first victim slash submission.
The ad's still going. It's okay.
Well, it's fine. I can re-roll. That was a practice roll. I didn't look up and see that the ad was still going, so I'm like, oh, okay. Hmm. 19 could
Anybody
very
re
well be a they them. Might be a he, might be a she, might be a they them. We know for a fact that they're not an it.
uh, I can't. No. Mm-mm.
You went
Mm-mm.
for giggles. I read documentaries last night, and quite literally the entire time I was reading it, I'm like, we went the unhinged route of having the commentary the same way we used to. And I'm like, that's rude. Not part of the story, but that's rude. Are you just gonna?
I don't think you have missed mine, yours or your sticks. I'm reading. I can't.
No, Six, you're on.
Okay. How is that even pronounced? MX? Is it mix?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't like that. Mix is the last name of the family that gave me COVID the first time. 'Cause it's nothing. Ugh. Any hoozle. Who's the first
Okay.
victim, Julie?
Spinny spin spin. The umbrella.
Oh boy. And the first two words are Mr. Trant. Okay. What it Mr. Trant had insisted that she needed a hat to go indoors and visit his family. Well, more to meet his mother and sisters in law. His brothers, he said, were not necessary. They were present, but their function was vestigial. Zinnia got an impression that he wished his brothers were vestigial. She already knew that each and every one of his sisters in law had met him first. He was allowed to be bitter about that. To know that all the women that you're about to meet were originally dating the guy that is bringing you to meet them, that's she'd loved and lost once, and it was devastating. Zinnia couldn't imagine going through it 3 times. As for the hat, she chose something practical that would keep the sun off her nose with a nominal amount of decoration that made it feminine. A few dyed feathers and cloth flowers, nothing more. And it fit comfortably over her widow's knot, so that served her purpose as well. She wasn't going to spend her wages on a collection of hats. Yarrow needed clothes and would be needing shoes soon. The senior Mrs. Trant had the kind of careworn face and gray hair that spoke of decades of worry. Welcome, welcome. Do come in. Oh, my Xavier mentioned your artifact. Does it follow you everywhere? Sometimes Void goes off on its own to do things, little errands it sets for itself. It's no harm to nobody, Mrs. Trant. It's elegantly dressed. That's a lovely dark stripe, suitable for most gentlemen on the up and up. Who outfitted it? That's my working, said Zinnia, doubtful if she should mention mattress ticking. I got the fabric at Hargrave's for discount. The people who wanted it changed their minds. Handicrafts, said the senior Mrs. Trant without a trace of a sneer. That's right. You're from the back country. Well, everyone's in the Kitchen. Zay, your brothers are in the card room. Mother, Mr. Trant cringed. I'm a grown man. You're still my itty bitty Zay in my heart. Mrs. Trant had to stand on tiptoes to kiss his brow. Go and gossip with the boys. Her attention was next riveted on Yarrow, who had sat up and was taking in the world around her while masticating one fist. Oh, hello, little lovely. Who's this? I guess I have to introduce Miss Yarrow Balvin, said Zinnia. And because everyone so far seemed to think it was important, she was born a week before Mr. Trant came to Cairncliffe, Mrs. Trant. I should hope we'll all be friends by the end of the day, breezed Mrs. Trant, ushering Zinnia towards the kitchen. Call me Rose. Besides, there's so many Mrs. Trants here that you're the odd one out. She made the introductions to Mallow, who was just putting her twins into a crib that was out of the way, Gardenia, and Peony. Gardenia was a streamlined kind of woman who also favored the Caledonian culottes and little in the way of excess. Her hat was more like a helmet than anything else, with the only affectation on it being a single pheasant feather held in place by a small, regimental looking fabric rosette. Though she was within inches of Zinnia's height, she nevertheless conspired to loom, at least until she smiled. Another practical one. About time. I was near stifled with all the femininity. Peony was about as feminine as anyone could get. Enormously pregnant, covered with frills and lace, she was tending the work on the stove and constantly in danger of catching herself alight. Her hat and her clothing took up more space than she did. She dithered and frowned at the cooking in progress, which looked like it was starting to char. Can I help? Zinnia left Yarrow to Void so she could at least nudge Peony further from the flames. She found the thing in the pan was a griddle cake and, with some effort, managed to unstick it and mostly flip it over. The mixture was too runny for what she knew, and half of it spilled out of shape in the pan. At least the almost burned side was on top. Oh, drat, sighed Zinnia. There was not a cruel note in her words, but rather an almost vacant cheer. And I thought I was bad at that, said Peony with a smile. I never had to do for myself before my Nowthar. It's all a bit of a muddle, but now I know there's someone a little bit worse. Pleased to meet you. Two different women said, Goodness, Peony, in an exasperated tone. She doesn't mean ill, soothed Rose. She just has all the tact of a brick. Being so close to term doesn't help matters, added Gardenia. Doctor says I'm fine for 2 more weeks, chirped Peony. Then it's off to the hospital to bring out Nather's first heir. Heirs, corrected Mallow, resuming her work on the griddled cakes. Twins don't just run in the Trant family, they gallop. My Banos twins with Gardenia's Dorset. Your Nowthar's twins with Z. Z. She stopped herself. Xavier. Oh, Zay. She stopped herself. Xavier. I've had my two, and I would bet all the gold in Newbar that you're having twins too. Doctor says it's one little boy, insisted Peony. Where's your medical degree to say otherwise? Zinnia tried to stop the argument in progress with, I'm not used to cooking on a stove. Honestly, I'm terrified to touch the one in my apartment. Can you show me? Show us? There was not enough room at Mallow's elbows for Zinnia and Peony, not with the hat, the petticoats, and all the frills crammed onto one very rounded body. Should we should to take turns, suggested Zinnia. You should sit for a couple, Peony. Oh, don't mind me. I have loads of energy today. I feel like I could clean everyone's houses and still be chipper. It's a welcome change from all the exhaustion and my son dancing on each of my internals in alphabetical order.
Been there, done that. I think Aries went out or the backwards way of the alphabet, not the frontwards way of the alphabet, but yeah.
Oh my. Oh, thought Zinnia. He's not kicking today? Not one little wriggle. It's nothing to. She paused, wincing more than a little. Nothing to fret about, Doctor said. Zinnia searched out a large pot and began to fill it with water from the household pump. Nice and clear, yes, and not smelly in any way, but you never could tell. It was always safer to boil it. She didn't want to start anyone panicking just yet. It could be hours. She hefted the full pot onto the stove and followed Mallow's instructions to get the gas burner on. What are you planning to cook in there? Wondered Gardenia. Something always needs boiling, Zinnia breezed, then took her turn watching Mallow turn out griddle cakes worthy of an oil painting, always with tools to keep her hands pristine. I always made my batter thicker and turned them with my hands. My heir never liked things fancy. Until he did, and blamed Zinnia for not having anything to do anything special. I'm lucky my Nowthar likes another wince. Things plain. I've got to read a lot of cooking manuals yet. She was about to have a lot of time to read, if Zinnia was any judge. That was 5 minutes. Tummy aches, Peony? Nothing worse than my menses, really. It's nothing to worry about. Doctor says I have 2 more weeks. She levered herself up. I need the privy again. Thank soul I've been taking those digestives to make it all easier. Zinnia shared a knowing look with Rose. You'll keep an eye on her, won't you? All those skirts have to be a bother. Skirts. Yes, of course. I remember what a bother it was getting it all out of the way in my last weeks. Mother to mother, they shared a nod. Peony was not going to go anywhere without supervision. Mallow got Zinnia to use the spatula on the next griddle cake now that it was ready for flipping. All the way under, see? Then quick over. Zinnia followed the instructions, and her reward was a perfect circle of golden brown dough. Lovely, said Mallow. Then she whispered, You think she's due sooner than her doctor does. I reckon she's in labor now, whispered Zinnia. Do we know much about her mother? Gardenia said, popped out so fast that the doctors barely had time to say hello from what I heard. Should I get the boys to go fetch her doctor? He's a good one, bloody from shoulder to fingertip. Zinnia almost fainted at the thought. The last thing Peony needed was a doctor like that. She shook her head so violently that she almost tipped herself over. I don't know for sure, she managed. Let's wait and see. They didn't have to wait long. With the last of the finger foods done and tea steeping, the four women were chattering about Yarrow's wobbling attempts at walking when a gush of fluid seeped through her multitude of layers. I'll tell the boys, said Rose, already bustling out of the room. I'm running for her doctor, volunteered Gardenia, picking up speed as she headed for the front door. Good little spirits, please, no. Zinnia's mouth stuck fast and wouldn't let her speak. She got Peony up on her feet and took her for a walk around the settee, petting her hand as they went. Deep breaths to get her to breathe along, focusing on staying calm so that Peony wouldn't panic. Then the men burst in. This is going to get, could go good, could go bad. Men muck everything up. No offense to the men in the audience, but oh my God. There was nothing more inconvenient in a birthing space than an anxious, expectant father. All four of them needed something to do. Focus. Sing. I'll need a clean space washed down with hard lye and salt, a chamber pot, 2 narrow footstools, a basin, that water I have on the stove, the lye soap, and all the clean towels and rag you can get. Doctor said 2 more weeks, panted Peony. Doctor was wrong, Zinnia sing-songed. Dorset, the military man, put himself in charge of scrubbing a bathing chamber, with Bano following his younger brother's barking directions. Nalthar varied between rattling through prayers to Sol and fetching things one at a time, and often after either Void or Xavier had found it first. Finally, Nalthar volunteered something partially helpful. Shall I go get some wood chips for the bath's water heater? In Cairncliffe, the midwives of the moment sent the men off chopping wood, allegedly to boil water. What it really did was get the panicking men outdoors with something practical to keep them distracted, yet feeling useful. Yes! Yes! Here, let's take care of your fragile ego and make you feel like you're doing something, being active, doing what you need to do, but you're just really out the fuck our way. Running for wood chips seemed to fit about right for city folk. That's a brilliant idea, Mr. Trant. Remember your money. He had to come back 3 times to fetch it. By then, she had Peony crouching with 1 foot on each stool and Void providing stoic support behind her. Peony was down to her shift and puffing with effort. and not a lot of time to complain about what her doctor said because one crown was already showing. Xavier was scribbling in his notebook, somewhere behind Zinnia, but at least he was out of the way. Zinnia scrubbed her arms from fingertip to elbow as fast as she could, using plenty of the lye soap in the process. She applied the right pressure in the right spots, checked for a cord around the firstborn's neck, all clear, and turned the baby for the next big one. Every girl in Cairncliffe had been taught this stuff as a necessity. You never knew when you would be the only help present. Firstborn out and howling, Zinnia made sure the plugs were out of her nose as she rubbed most of the mess off her, then wrapped her up in a clean towel before helping Peony get her to suckle. A healthy little girl, she announced. She started scrubbing again. Doctor said, Peony began. What in all the deviltry is this backwoods nonsense? Said a new stranger in the doorway. Out of my way, man. I have work to do. Sir, protested Xavier, I am documenting a bygone process. You would interfere with my results. God, ever the nerd. Zinnia picked up the closest thing to a weapon, a back scrubber, and hefted it threateningly. You ain't getting within hair or harrow of her hiney, or so help me. Madam, I have safely delivered over 200 infants in this city. And how many mothers died of bed fever? Zinnia challenged. Mr. Dorset Trant. Yes, ma'am, he saluted. Take over from Void. Void, please keep that man the hell away from Peony. Void only had to loom him into the hall for order to be restored. Well, apart from the ignorable complaints about the outrage and how many years that the doctor had been working on his medical degree, Zinnia barely had time to make sure she was properly washed again before it was time for baby number 2. The next one had had time to turn around, thank Providence, so was just as much trouble as her sister. Twin girls. Zinnia dealt with the afterbirth and double wrapped the placenta so that the cords could turn white. She mercilessly drafted Xavier into holding it while she confronted the doctor. I trust. Get him! I trust you got sharp knives in that bag, she said. Of course. I am a professional. Unlike you backwards, backcountry, superstitious ignoramuses, I went to university. I am far more advanced in the marvels of modern science. How many mothers got bed fever after you seen 'em? Said Zinnia. I don't see how that matters, he scoffed. You will answer, said Void, still looming. 184, 61 of which made a full recovery. And you ain't never cleaned your hands. Of course not. I am a gentleman, and further, I am very well educated. The purity of my nature is more than enough to stymie the pollution of noxious miasmas. I've half a mind. I've half a mind to give you bed fever, grumbled Zinnia. I need to see the one you use for cord cutting. All his tools, like him, were all grotty with gore. It was a miracle any of his patients survived his surgeries. Men cannot get bed fever, he boasted. It's an affliction of your gender. She pinked his palm with the very tip of the filthy scalpel. Now they can, she said. Zinnia took his cord scissors at arm's length as if it were a dead rat. I need to boil these first. Void kept him in his place as Zinnia saw to it that everything was done properly. City folk. The least they could do was learn some God-blessed sense. Dun dun dun! Boom!
First off, have you not heard of fucking bacteria? Second of fucking all, said you were having boys, you had girls. Said you only having one, you had two. I believe in ya.
164 mothers got bed fever. Or wait. Let me get the numbers here.
I thought it was 184. Might have heard wrong, but
Yes. No, you heard correctly. 184, 61 that made a full recovery. Good God. Thank you, Bitzer. Maternal mortality is something that is not talked about enough.
in regular life and in stories. I would clap, but I've got a handful of Doritos, so we're just gonna have to just pretend I'm clapping.
Yep.
I
mean, it's great that we have an audience. It's great that we have an audience. Unfortunately, it sounds like the audio and the video is skipping around quite a bit. The good news is that it is still recording. It should be. So we're gonna see what we can do and how bad the playback is.
Sounds like Doc is getting a better stream on YouTube, maybe.
Yeah, entirely possible. I'm gonna pop over there. Beep. Well, that's just lovely. As soon as I load it, it's frozen at the exact same spot where Twitch is frozen.
Awesome stuff.
Nice.
If you can hear this complete sentence, please use the well played emoji or a green heart in the chat. I don't care which side you're on.
Or an avocado because Julie needs guacamole and I don't have any guacamole.
I had guacamole earlier today.
Well, YouTube is frozen.
YouTube is frozen. So lovely. Okay. Bing.
Yeah, Bitzer's right. It's there was a point where that was actually considered good medical practice to not wash your hands.
Thank God we know better now, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We also know that, eating just plain cured meats might lead to heart disease and might kill you in your 30s. I mean, that asthma is, a real thing that we need to treat, not just a shortness of breath. Like, we've learned shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, wow. We keep going.
Thank